الو السلام عليكم يا نور. أ- الو سامعني.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's it going at the RV?
Still going. We're going to be here till sunset, and then we're going to come back tomorrow in the morning and finish up.
All right, I was just wondering because I'm over here sitting by the masjid. It's freezing. I didn't want to go over there and impede.
Yeah, I know it's cold. I mean, it's going to be another at least like 3 hours and a half or so. So.
Okay. What I was gonna say, I got my dad on the phone. Baba.
Hi, Nora.
Hi.
Okay, Omar is freezing now. We need to go back to the RV or someplace to be warm.
I mean, he can come sit in the living room if he wants. I didn't say he had to go anywhere. I just needed some space.
Now, because me and my dad were sitting here trying to find another place as soon as possible. We were like discussing our options. Is it possible if I can get the money refunded back, or at least?
Look, I'm happy to give you back a third of what you paid because as we discussed, I was already giving you a huge discount to be here while I was doing construction, and I didn't even start construction until like the last week that you were here. So
that's fine. How much is a third?
Like 200.
You couldn't do like a little more than that, so I could like find a place as soon as possible.
That's the best I can do, man. I literally, because you guys flooded the RV, like I literally had to put in $1,100.
Yeah, but
I just can't afford to do that right now.
But Snuda, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I didn't flood the RV.
Yes, you did. You left the shower on.
Yeah, Nuda.
I'm sorry, but if you didn't leave the shower on, then there wouldn't have been an issue.
No, but what I'm saying is, the water wasn't working. Like I turned the knob on to see if the water was working. It wasn't working. Then I turned the knob the opposite direction. Your mom turned the water on from the outside.
Because we told you that we were going to fill the tank that day, and you left the shower on instead of turning it off.
No, but what I'm saying is I did turn it off. I turned the knob the opposite direction from where I turned it on in the first place.
It's obvious that it wasn't turned off because it was flooded.
Yeah, but that's not my fault though. But regardless.
The point is that I have to put in $1,100 into RV, redo the flooring. None of this was part of my original agreement. Honestly, if I knew this would have happened, I wouldn't have extended this opportunity to you. I was very clear with you about what had to be done for the RV, and you understood the terms. And on top of that, I also talked to you and Mariah and my mom to make sure that situation wouldn't happen. And you broke that rule as well. So there's a lot of things that I was very lenient with you about that I did not have allowed to do. I should have kicked you out in the middle of the month.
Okay.
Because you went against our agreement. And I was very clear with you about what our agreement was before we even did this.
Nuda, that wasn't an agreement or anything. The only thing that happened was I tried to turn the water on to take a shower. It wasn't working. I turned the knob off. And I left because I had to go somewhere. And when I came back, your mom ended up turning the shower on from the outside.
All the time.
Say that again?
The shower in the house. I told you that you could use the shower in the house. Many times. For an hour and a half, you were taking showers. Oh, you didn't have to use this.
Yeah, Nuda, it was the first day I was there.
All the time, Omar.
Listen. It was the first day I was there, for one. Okay, nobody told me to take a shower in the house and not take a shower in the RV.
Every time you want a shower, you came and you took it.
That was after the fact because you said you were installing the hot water heater and there was only cold water in the RV. I'm not making any excuses. I'm telling you exactly what happened. But the point that I'm trying to get to is if we could, you said $200. I'm trying to see maybe if you can give us a little bit more than that so I could find a place like as soon as possible, like sooner than than I'm able to now.
Look, $200 is literally like 4 nights that I'm giving you back. So I'm giving you back basically like a week. So I mean, I can do $250 at the most, but that's really hurting me. And I'm really trying to be generous with you because this wasn't the agreement. I didn't expect the RV to be flooded and me to have to redo the flooring.
The Airbnb didn't cover anything with the insurance?
No, Airbnb is going to make me charge you, and I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that to you.
Well, tell
If I
him,
have to
tell
go,
him,
if I
tell
have
him,
to go through
tell,
Airbnb, then
tell.
they're going to charge you for the full cost of the renovation.
Okay,
And
so
I don't want to do that to you.
listen, hold on. So if we tell Airbnb to charge me, are they gonna reimburse you first?
No, they're not. If
They're gonna wait. They're gonna wait to charge me, and then with that money, they're gonna reimburse you. Is that what they try to do?
No. Look, basically, if you don't pay it back, then we have to start a legal process. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to give you back 200 and have you be on your way. Like,
No, I'm just trying to find a better option for you because you said you spent $1,100, but I thought Airbnb had some kind of insurance or something to help with stuff like that.
well, I didn't realize that they were going to try and charge you. I thought that I could go directly to their insurance, but that's not the case. So I don't want to make this any more complicated than it needs to be. I don't want to put you in a bad position because I understand your situation. And also, like, you should have started looking for a place last month because you knew the date that you would be asked to leave. Like,
I've been
and I
looking.
told you about it again in the middle of the month.
I've been looking for places for weeks, literally weeks. But it's like, it's really driving me crazy because not only am I trying to find a place, my dad's trying to find a place. We're asking people in the masjid. We're putting advertisements in the masjid. It's like,
Omar, why don't you go? Why don't you go to Evolution? They have a really amazing deal where you only have to pay $175 a week for rent. And on top of that, like, they cover, they offer like therapy, they offer all types of other things. I wish I could do that, trust me. I think that you should go for that option.
no, I don't.
175, everything's included.
No, I don't need that.
And insurance pays for everything. I told them, and it's a good program.
No, I don't need that. That's
But it's not about the program. It's about it's basically a free place to live for 3 months.
For 5 months, actually. And then you'll figure out, but it's going to be, it gets everything. Food,
Everything's included, food, all of it. And it's a really nice place.
Beautiful place. Swimming pool, they have nice people there. It's like plus therapy and all that. It's like really good. I told your mom about it and she was excited. But, I think that's the best,
anything you tell my mom, she'll be excited about if it has to do with helping me. But she doesn't understand the logistics of it. Places like that, they have your.
It's not complicated. It's a phone call, and I gave you the phone number. You called Rick and said, I would like to start the program. They will pick you up now. Just call Rick. I gave you the phone number. And he will pick you up. They will send transportation that's covered by the insurance. And you go now to a nice place. You put the rest of your stuff in with your mom. And then you go and you take care of yourself, your health. And give yourself 4 months, 5 months. When you heal and you're fine, then you can get your own space. And I told you the other program, the family promise, I told you you only pay $200 a month. And then you have, like our friend Mark, he will got something, but you have to go somewhere else, a little bit far. But it's like there are options, but you're not taking them.
Yeah, but those kind of places, they're tied in with like psychiatric centers and hospitals and all that stuff. It's not a good idea for somebody who doesn't need those kind of services.
It's a rehab facility. There's a difference. A psych center is inpatient.
No, I don't need rehab. I don't do drugs. I don't need that kind of paperwork on my name because I'm trying to go to school and stuff too.
It's not going to be on record. You're protected by HIPAA. Look, at the end of the day, you're a grown man. We had a business agreement, and this is the best deal I can offer for you. Okay? That's what the agreement is. I'll give you $250 if you're able to leave tomorrow at 11 a.m. Because I need to do the flooring, and we painted the RV. Like, there's a lot of things I need to do to prepare it for the first.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a place now. Like, me and my dad have been on the phone for like hours trying to find places. I've been calling places from here to Orlando. Let me see.
Hello? Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Rashida.
Facility, you have a place tomorrow.
That's fine.
Say that again.
That's important because he obviously needs to be like that. And he has the insurance for it, he has everything.
Don't even think about it as a rehab facility. It's just a cheap place to live.
بيهدي عمر no.
Hey, Bubba.
Yeah,
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Rashida.
Nura, my dad's trying to talk to you.
So that's your Abu?
Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Rashida.
عليكم سلام كيفكم كيف صحتك؟
الحمد لله. اسمعي الله يخليكي. Omar, you need to go back to the RV or because he's very cold right now. I want you. Okay. Now I want you to tell me.
Not to the living room to stay because I begged him to come and sit in the living room.
Okay, and also one more thing. I need to know about that program you said about it. Can you send me some information?
Okay, I gave him the phone number and I can give it to you. Give me your number and I'll give it to you.
What's your number?
And I spoke to the guy. His name is
954
Wait, 954
249
249
7808.
Okay. I'll send
Text me about the program name and the phone number, okay?
يا حاج
نعم.
أنا حكيت معاهم حكيت مع المرأة مع المدام وكل يعني الزلمة ناس طيبين كثير أنا بعرفهم هذول الناس مرجوا هي التليفون تبعت هي 954 918 3460 هذا مكان يعني والله العظيم حتقولون بدي أحسن حل له أحسن حل في ثيرابي ناس مهتمين لأن عارفة إنك خايف عنده قاعد تقول كله هو قاعد يتقاتل مع هذا أشباح. The other day, like today, last night and the night before, المسكين طالع هذا and he was looking around and trying to get he wants to fight and I said حبيبي ما في شيء غير الحيوانات. المسكين خايف يقول كان حدا دق عليك كمان جيراننا ما في الزلمة هذاك قاعد عايشون ما بيحكي مع حد. فطمنت والله ما فيه بس هذا معناته انه مكان آمن مكان يعني خفي فيه القرض وكذا يعني مهم هذا القضية بالنسبة للعمر.
ايوه هو المكان عشان
عنده مثلا
المكان دوت علشان ادراك آلي ولا ايه؟
لا عشان في هم تاخذوا عشان منتل لانه هو عنده اسمك البارانويا وعنده OCD الثلاث اشياء اللي لاحظت انا وانا مش متخصصه فهذا بس على هالاشياء ياخذوه وهو طبعا ما بيتقدرش ما بيعملش مخدرات الحمد لله كويس بس يعني يهتموا فيه ما حيفرضوا عليه لا يشرب دواء ولا هذا بس يلقى مكان يقعد فيه ويدفع 50 اول شهر بلاش الانشورنس بيدفع ثاني شهر بدفعوا $50 الاسبوع وبعد شهرين الانشورنس بيدفع الباقي وبعد 3 شهور بيدفع هو 170 والانشورنس بيدفع مش عارفه شو بقيه بالبقيه فهذا خل بقى 4 شهور يا اخي يكون حل مشكلته فهمت كيف؟ ويكون قاعد في مكان مأمن ما حد يقرب عليه الذبابه ما تقرب عليهم يعني امان
هو المكان ده فين في وسط باوند بيتش ولا ايه؟
لا موجوده هذا نوع مكان حلو المكان اللي بيحطوه في الاخير مكان جميل جدا عنده بحر تخيل بس بيبدا في فورت لودريل اللي بلش على سايبرس كريك سايبرس في الاكسل 33 وعنده مكان هيك تختفي والله ما الجن ما يعرفوا ممنوع حدا يقرب عليهم بس كل حدا نقدر تزوره يعني هذا اللي حلو في المكان وبعدين كل الناس يعني بعرف ناس كثير يعني شاركين في البروجرام عندي صحباتي كلهم شغالين في الثيرابي وكذا فهذا مكان يعني كل الناس تمدح فيه والحمد لله الانشورنس بيدفع هو عنده هيومانا انشورنس
There is no any waiting list or something, no?
كيف؟ no waiting list ممكن تحكي معاه اليوم ممكن ياخذوه ان شاء الله لكن يعني هذا هيك احكي معنا حكيت معه والمدام كلمتني وقلت له احكي مع هذا الزلمه، فهذا ليك عبالي التليفون الخاص اتصل به انت يا ابو عمر. اعطيناك التليفون اتصل به هلا قول له
What's the name of the place again? I'm sorry.
evolution. Check your text. I sent it to you. Evolution.
Okay.
احكي له قول له الدكتورة رشيدة حكت معك وهذه ابو عمر وكذا وكذا وتكلم مع ريك.
اوكي اسمه ريك ها؟
احلى والله انا اقول لك احسن بروجرام ولا تشكروني بعدين يعني حتشوف بس هو لازم يعني عشان يستر له 4 شهور لحد ما يحصل على ابارتمنت عن طريق الهاوزنج اوثورتي باورلاندو بيعطوه $900 وبيسكنوه، وانا كمان اجيب له بعد المعلومات بس وهلا 4 شهور يقعد معاهم احسن له. اوكي
ماشي شكرا يا
بدك يسوي ابني.
الله يكرمك. انا خليك اعطيني نمبرات جدا ولد.
والله قطع قلبي يا وضعه مسكين حزين مسكين عنده خوف غير طبيعي، فهمت كيف؟ يعني بده مكان يكون يحس بامان، فهمت كيف؟ ما يقدر يعيش مع هذا بس
بليش ادور بيعالجوه نفسيا؟
ايه بيعالجوه كمان بيدخل ثيرابي مع الجروبات وكذا، بروجرام جميل جدا والمكان نظيف والاكل كويس. ما بتحمل هم ولا شيء، بس بيروح بملابس يعني قليله وبعدين شويه بعد شهر يجيب ملابس اكثر، بعد شهرين يجيب اغراض ثانيه، ويعطوه الابارتمنت اللي بياخذها 170 بالاسبوع جميله جدا. عشان على البحر.
What I'm seeing now, the apartment $170 a month.
بعد 3 شهور يدفع بس 170 على الاسبوع بس. بس بعد 3
$370 a week.
يا ولكن ساكنين ابارتمنت جميله عند البحر، عاملين مستحيل الجبل الكامل يعني جميله، ما بيطلع له بالشهر كله $800 مش كامل تقريبا $800 في الشهر. ومكان جميل جدا وفي البحر في سويمنج بول في جاكوزي في رياضه فيها كل شيء، ناس مأمنين عليهم كمان، وبعدين يساعدوه يخططهم ويدربوه على شغل يعني كثير، وبيشتروا هم ملابس جدا عشان يبينوا كثير حلوين هكذا وجاهزين الشغل. بقول لك بروجرام عظيم.
ان شاء الله. شكرا اختي رشيده والله.
وكل له هذا مش لانه ابن مش غبي، قلت له عمر انت مش غبي بس الاغراض تقدر تضرب هذه الدنيا وليس على حرج فالله يعني الله يشفيه وصار لي الشفاء مش بعيد. ان شاء الله يرجع احلى واحد. يعني احنا حاولنا ان شاء الله رجاليا وبنتها وحاولنا هي هربت قالت ما قدرش تتحمل بنقدر كثير ومسكين عنده شكوك تعرض للوسواس. هذا مرض قهري مرض قهري وسواس، عنده بارانويا عنده ديبرشن هذا اللي شغل، وعنده كمان الاجريسيف تندنسي بيعصب شويه. يعني ولد محترم مثقف فاهم ذكي، يعني حرام يضيع
ايوه
والله حرام يضيع. بس انا الله غالب كنت تعالى وقت غرفتي وانا اطلع باكل فهذا انا كنت ذاك اليوم قال معي يا حبيبي تعالى نروح نقعد في الليفينج روم بحكي معاه زي ابني بس ما يفرقها والله زي ابني، وانت لا بدي تعامل حدا مع اولادي فالله شاهد عليك.
الله يكرمك. شكرا والله.
اخطاء كثيره وما فيها عيب، احنا نقدر نمشي طريقه قانونيه مثلا ويصيروا يطالبوا يصلح لنا الارض وكذا، لا ما بدناش هذا الشيء. احنا يعني الله يعوض هذا اللي خايفين عملناه عشان مساعدتهم مساعدة رايا وبنته جميلة، هذا اللي عملناه بس خلاص صار اللي صار. احنا بنمتص الخسارة يعني 1200 1300 بنمتص الخسارة، يعني الله يعوضنا بس ونقاو يعني وانا بدي عمر اي وقت يجي عندي هناك كفاف يعني ما بدي اني يكونوا يعني يصيروا نلعب بعض، ما بدي هيك.
الله يكرمك، شكرا يا ست الكل. ها؟
الله يبارك يا سيدي، الله يبارك فيك، والله فعلا الله يستركم، الله يهديك ويا رب يشفيك، يا رب يشفيك.
يا رب امين، يا رب امين.
بس هذا المكان يا خي والله العظيم حتشتروني بعدين. جرب حتتصل بريك وقول له الدكتورة رشيدة عطتني التليفون واحكي معها.
هو حضرتك دكتورة في ايه بالظبط؟
أنا دكتورة في الهيبنوثيرابي.
والله كويس.
بشتغل في الثيرابي كمان، يعني بشتغل في الثيرابي. بس عنده قضية لأنه بيذكر أنه عنده مرض، فهمتي؟ فلما الواحد يكون في حالة مقران صعب أنك تعالجه. بدك الواحد يقول أنا كذا كذا وبيكون علاج. أما في حالته هو اللي بيذكر، كلنا بيقول أنه بحس بأنه مرضه معناته مش ذكي، يقول له ما في علاقة بالذكاء بالحالة النفسية، الحالة النفسية مرض. زي مرض راس، مرض رجل، مرض عين، مرض كذا، كله مرض يعني، وما يعرف الجميع. مرض أو جسدي أو عقلي يبقى مرض، بس هو ما شاء الله عنه طيب ومحترم وخير ومسكين يحاول يعني يساعد، بس الله خير ما عندوش، ما يقدر لأنه عنده. ويا ريت لو هو يقول أنا عندي، كيف مش عارف. فهذا المكان من يدخل يعني مكان ما يفرضوش عليه الأدوية، ما يفرضوش عليه كذا، مكرم معزز محترم، يعني كثير منيح وكثير طيبين هم. ويروح يوميا عندهم كلاسز بيعلموهم، بيناقشوا، بيحلوا، بالثيرابي بتاعه بيعملوا رسم، كثير أشياء بيعملها. فهمت كيف؟ مش ما يحس إنه مستشفى المجانين، لا هذا غير. هذا غير تماما، حتشوف حيعيش كل حال والله بعدين بيشكرني عليه.
وبيقبلوا فيزيتور يعني لما حد يجي يشوفه مثلا، انا عايز اروح اشوفه ولا حاجه؟
بعد شهر بيقول لازم تكون معاه الدكتورة تبعه عشان بيخافوا، بس إذا في حالته هو مش حيكون مشكلة. يعني بتخليه إنك عندكم ورقة لأنكم أنت وأبوه عندكم الحق أنكم تكتبوا كذا. هذا الوصية الطبية بأنه أنتم لكم الحق أنكم تتدخلوا، فهمت كيف؟ فإذا خلاص كذا لما ورقة. فالحالة لما تتكلم يقول لك كذا كذا بيحصل كذا ويشرحوا لك، يحكوا لك شو القصة شو صار.
بس الله يكرمك، شكرا.
العفو يا سيدي، العفو. الدنيا كله خير، هذه شفت أسوأ من هيك، هذا ولا يعني الحمد لله قضيته بسيطة جدا إن شاء الله يا رب.
آمين يا رب آمين، شكرا.
العفو سيدي، الله يصلح الجميع. بليز احكي معاه خليك وقول له تقول بسم الله يخليك. خليكم تتصلوا عليه لأنه ممكن هيفتروا تتصلوا عليهم هلا الساعة 5.
خليني بس اتكلم مع عمر الاول يعني شوفوا ما يكونش
ما بيقول لك ما بيقول، بس يا حبيبي هالمكان ليش يعني مش مجنون، بالعكس حيهتموا فيك وتبقى احترافي وكذا. هو قال لي لا ورابط وحبيبته قال لي لا، بس انت اقنعه يعني ما كان يقول له خذ الثبت عشان السكن، بس السكن انه cheap you know. Alright, but I have to go next on the RV, so if you want to come sit in the living room, feel free.
Okay, شكرا نوران.
Okay, no problem.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. ايوه خليك على التليفون. نورة مامة مرايا كلمتني من بدري. استنى كده، عايزك تسمع تقول ايه. استني كده بس. Hey, Miss Nora.
Speaking.
Hey, good evening, Miss Nora. It's Omar.
Hello, Omar. How are you?
I've been better. How's everything going with Jamila?
Everything's fine with Jamila. The reason for my call earlier was that my mom was going out and she wanted me to call and ask you if you needed another blanket. Because she said she was concerned that it was going to get very, very cold tonight.
Yeah, that's what me and my dad were just talking about. You know, Miss Nora, I wanted to talk to you. Remember the other day we were talking about the fact that Rashida is a scam artist. You know,
right.
Not only does she try to scam Mariah, but she's trying to scam me. And
no shit, we knew that.
Not only that, Miss Nora, but she's trying to convince my family that it's my fault that the RV had rats in it, months.
Oh my God!
I swear to God.
Before.
Exactly, and she's trying to convince my family that the RV had months worth of rat feces in there, and the RV got flooded.
Well,
the RV
you know what you need to say to her? You need to be really, really. This is how I would handle it, and this is not nice, and this is how rude and blunt I can be. I would say to her, listen, I didn't shit on the floor, so I didn't bring the rats in.
Right.
Who are you kidding? She's ridiculous.
Yeah. She really is. And she's trying to convince my family that I need to go to get therapy and I need to go to this mental hospital that she's associated with. She told my family, she said
She probably gets a feedback on that.
Yeah, of course.
Feedback, a referral.
Yeah, she gets a referral fee through my insurance company. She's trying to tell my dad that to call them and tell them that we were referred by Dr. Rashida. And
oh my God.
Yeah, my dad said, "You're a doctor, really? What are you a doctor in?" She said, "Hypnotherapy."
The scam artist.
Yeah, and she's telling me that she can give me back $250 of my money.
Bullshit. Give it back then.
Right.
Give it back.
But she said I have to leave. She said I have to leave by tomorrow, and I paid up until the 31st.
Well, I would not be out of there until the 31st. At 31st at midnight. And let her call the cops on you.
She's telling me I need to be out by tomorrow at 11 a.m. to get the $250.
She's a piece of work.
Yeah, man. She tried to charge.
Where are you going to go?
That's what me and my dad's on the phone now. Bubba, are you on the phone still?
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Hello. I don't know. I was on the speaker. I wouldn't really talk like that.
No. I appreciate you talking like that because now my dad, he understands because she literally.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm Mariah's mom. Let me explain, Omar.
Yeah.
I am a very strong, independent woman. I hold no punches, and I don't care. I'm a college graduate. I'm going to tell you how I feel.
Thank you.
I told your son that instead of spending his whole day 8 hours praying, he needs to get out there and get a job.
Right.
So then when it comes to Rashida, she's a scam artist. She's a fraud.
Thank you.
Trust me, we tried reporting her. So I hold no punches.
And they're telling me that they had to spend $1,100 to fix the RV. I said, well, I thought you said you were going to go through the insurance company. And they said, well, we tried to.
Well, first of all, wait a minute. It's not your fault that you didn't spend that money. You
Right.
don't own it.
Right. And then she says, well, we tried to go through the insurance company, but the insurance company said they were going to charge me. And I said, okay, well, tell.
Bullshit.
Right. And I said,
You don't charge. That is bullshit. You don't charge. You have nothing to do with it. You don't own it.
right. And I told him, I said, okay. I said, no problem. Tell them to charge me. But are they going to reimburse you first? And she said, no, they're going to charge me and then they're going to reimburse her. I said, and they said, if they take that route, it's going to be a big legal process and they don't want to take that route. So that's
a scam. That's a total scam.
Exactly. Now you see what I'm talking about, Bubba?
Okay, I'm listening, Omar.
And this is what I've been trying to explain to you, you know, and she's telling my dad that she wants me to go to this 4-month mental institution and I have to be there for 30 days before my family could visit me. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. And she knows them. And literally while I was here at the RV, she was doing things to deliberately make me sick with the construction workers.
Wait a minute. The RV and the property is under Nora's name. She sold that to Nora. Where does Nora play into this picture?
She was in Nora's ear telling her what to say. It's just it's a scam, just like you said. And I'm literally sitting outside in the freezing cold because she said that I had to get out of the RV for 5 hours while they're fixing the floor, and she didn't want me to be in the RV. So I'm sitting outside for 5 hours in the cold by the masjid, me and my dad trying to call people on Craigslist from here to Orlando trying to find a room for rent at the last moment.
That's ridiculous. But yet she wants to take care of my granddaughter. I don't think so.
No, you know what Rashida told Mariah in front of me? Jamila's pacifier fell on the floor in the same spot where we walked with our dirty shoes, and there was rats on that same spot. The pacifier fell on the floor, and Mariah, I guess she wasn't paying attention, and she let Jamila put it back in her mouth. And then what's her name? Rashida tells Mariah she's not gonna die. You know what I mean? And then it happens again. Listen, it happens again. And I tell Mariah, I said, listen, we if the pacifier falls on the floor, just tell me. I'll wash it, and then we'll she could use the pacifier again. And it happened again. And then Mariah's telling me the same thing. Rashida's telling her she's not gonna die. And I'm like, come on, man. Rashida's in Mariah's head, claiming that she wants to be her.
Let me tell you, Omar, our family believes that a lot of Mariah's problems are because Rashida has been brainwashing her.
And now I see that clearly. I witnessed that clearly. I witnessed that, and it's really bothering me because now she's trying to convince my family that I'm the one that's the problem.
No,
because
my daughter's a college graduate. She graduated with magna cum laude, and she allowed this lady to get in her head. Trust me.
Okay.
I can't stand it.
Omar, can I speak, please, Omar? Can I speak?
Please.
Forget about Rashida. Forget about anything else. We need to find a place for you. You understand?
Inshallah.
There's only 2 days left. You need to find a place for you.
Okay. Well, really, one day left because she said she's gonna give me the $250 if I leave by 11 o'clock tomorrow.
No, if you were there till the 31st, that means the 31st at midnight, Omar. Let her call the police. You have until the 12 o'clock midnight if it's the 31st. She can't tell you at 11 o'clock. If you take through the 31st, February 1st does not start until 12:01.
You're right. And not only that, Miss Nora, I paid $700.
Okay, what about the 5 hours that you're sitting outside?
Right. And my dad was just telling them, Omar has to go back to the RV. He's sitting outside freezing, shaking, trying to call people on Craigslist. And she's saying, he can go sit in the living room. But she didn't tell me that when she told me originally I had to go somewhere for 5 hours. Another thing, I paid $123.32 in Airbnb fees. The Airbnb fees are the cleaning fees, the service fees, and all these fees through their insurance company.
For the filth that you're living in?
Exactly. My point exactly. Thank you.
You need to report her to the Better Business Bureau. I said that 2 weeks ago. Report her to the Better Business Bureau. The film, the video that you had of the rat, the filth that you were living in.
Yeah.
And that's why Nora came over there to rip up the floor because she knows it's in her name. And that's what you need to say to her. Hey, this property is in your name, Nora. You're not running a fair business here.
Right.
It's ridiculous. They're scam artists.
Yeah.
All of them.
What is your location? You are in Florida?
I I'm in Pittsburgh, PA.
Okay.
I'm Mariah's mom. I'm in Pittsburgh, PA. But I was down there, and I saw where Rashida lived, and I saw the RV on the side of the house. I never went in the house, but it's not what my way of living. I'm not saying I'm, hoity-toity or anything, but what your son has described, I would never put anybody in that environment. Never.
Wow.
She was even
Never.
when I got there, Miss Nora. She was scared to even come in the RV to show me how anything works, how to turn on the water, how to do anything. And then the next day, I tried to take a shower, and the water wasn't working. So I turned the knob to turn the water on. It didn't turn on, so I turned the knob the opposite direction, as if I was turning it off. And then I left. I went to go buy some groceries, and by the time I came back, she ended up turning the water on from the outside of the RV, never telling me that she was turning the water on from the outside of the RV and
Whatever.
Yeah.
She's a scam artist.
Yeah.
Every way around it.
And when I
Every way around it.
when I came back, the entire RV was flooded, and I've been there for a month, having to smell mold all day, all night. I had to sit there and smell rat chemicals and bug chemicals. Like, all my clothes smell like mold. All my
What
stuff.
about the people, Omar, the older couple that live in the house? They still live there?
I think they're from South Carolina or something.
I don't know. People that rent a room on the inside.
Yeah, they left today.
Oh. Okay, so why can't she move you in the house?
Well, she's got that door wide open, and then she's telling me that I can't rent the RV for another month because on the first of the month somebody rented it up until April. And I said, "You're actually going to rent this place to somebody?" And she said, "Yeah, actually, when it's all fixed up, it's actually really nice." And I just stopped talking right there.
Right, because you've been there. See, she's scamming somebody else. She's
Right.
moved on to the next.
And I'm sitting there looking at the comments on the Airbnb, and they all look like they're fake comments.
That's why somebody needs to call the Better Business Bureau on her. My sister started it. She tried to call, she called like the county, whatever it is, like Palm Beach. And they said, no, we don't deal with that. You have to call Boca because she's in Boca. So my sister has, to be honest with you, has been trying to call and report her because of the filth that you're living in.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Yep. No. And it's not just out of for you. It's because we believe she's a scam and we don't like what she's done to Mariah.
Right. Exactly. She had the nerve to charge Mariah. How much was she charging her? $100 a day to stay in that thing?
Right. For nothing.
But she charges me $823.32 for the month. What sense does that make?
Right.
And as she tells
her
my
first comment when I said Mariah needs somewhere to live, she said, "What is her budget?" What kind of person is that? If that's somebody that you're saying you're going to take care of my granddaughter if anything happens, only provided if you could pay for it. She's a scam artist.
Yeah. And then she had the nerve to say that she charges people $1,600 a month to stay in that thing.
Crazy. She needs to be taken down big time by the law.
Yeah.
She's scamming people. She takes advantage of people that can't afford shit.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
That's one of the biggest scams on Craigslist right now.
Yep.
And it's all intertwined with the with several entities and municipalities.
My point of calling you today was my mom was going, she thought you were still in the RV and she knows it's going to get extremely cold tonight. And she said, if you can get a hold of Omar, I have a couple blankets if you need some blankets. Because she knows it's going to get cold. My mom's freezing. The houses don't heat appropriately in Florida. When you have those major cathedral ceilings, all the heat goes to the top. So even if you turn your heat on, it's still not really warm.
Right.
So that's why that was the reason for my call.
I appreciate it. Is she feeling better though?
My mom, she's okay. She's just, she was trying to get a negative on her COVID. Now, Omar, I work for a doctor, and the doctor said you do your 5 days quarantine, you do your 5 days mask, and you don't go for a negative test because you can still have the virus in you, but you're not contagious. So I tried to explain that to my mom, but my mom's 83 and she just, she wants to be around.
What about your mom?
Pardon me?
Who's taking care about your mom?
Who's taking care of my mom?
Mariah.
Yeah.
No, well, my mom takes care of my mom. My mom takes care of my dad that's 86.
Wow.
Yeah. They're moving back here in May because today my sister and I spent 4 hours in a furniture store buying furniture to furnish apartment here for them to move back. Because
Well, that's good.
my mom can't handle it. Oh, you want to talk about stress? I had such a major headache, but we did it. We did bedrooms today. We got to do a living room, and Mariah doesn't want to move back. I said I don't want her to live with me, but we will help her with an apartment. She needs to get a job. She's college educated. She needs to work. I can help with Jamila. I can take her during the day while Mariah can work. Mariah said, well, I can find a room for $800. I go, what, with the rats and filth? You can have an apartment in Pittsburgh for $800. That's more than one room. Get a job.
I think that's a
I'm
good
sorry.
idea.
It is, but I don't know if my daughter will do it because she thinks I owe her an apology because I jumped the gun and told her she needed to get out because she was disrespectful to my mother. What I said to her was, I said, you're being disrespectful. And she said, I need to have respect. I said, let me tell you what. My mother was my mother before you were my daughter.
Right.
So I am going to help my mother.
Of course.
Then I will come to you.
Yeah,
If she thinks you owe her an apology, what does she think Rashida owes her? What does she think Rashida owes her for telling her that she's not going to die? That a seven. What does she think? What does she think Rashida owes her after telling her putting bacteria from rat feces and everything else in a 7-month-old child's mouth is not going to kill her? What does she owe her?
No, she doesn't want me to call Rashida. She doesn't want me to have anything to do with Rashida. Let me tell you, I even told her that I would fly down there and come over with Sean for Sean to have a discussion with Rashida. And there's no parts of it because Rashida won't come out.
Yeah,
She'll hide.
because she knows that she's in the wrong.
Exactly. Exactly.
wow. You guys have a lot of stories to say.
No, it's the truth. There's no story. It's disgusting how she operates.
Is that cold over there? Your state?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? We're at 10 degrees. Hold on, yeah, we're at 10 degrees, but I live where I live in a very warm environment. Trust me, my house is heated. I don't have to one for that. I mean, I live in a 55 plus, and the people keep the heat. I turn my heat off. It's too freaking hot. So I'm not.
Why don't you you take your mom and dad with you at the same house?
My mom and dad are coming home to Pittsburgh. We're not going to live in the same apartment, but the same building.
Oh, okay.
So they are going to come home.
That's a good idea.
But because my mom needs help. My dad's 85, my mom's 83. It's too much for my mom.
Okay.
And, but my mom, to be honest, is having a difficult time because she is so bonded with Jamila that she is afraid. She's just so afraid. That is our biggest fear of my mom. If my mom loses any kind of contact with Jamila, we think it's going to throw her over the edge and my mom's just going to sit back and let herself die.
No. We're not going to let that happen.
That's how my mom truly feels. It's really sad. Mariah doesn't get it. My mom is living for Jamila. Yeah. I mean, she's lost so much weight because all she cares about is what Jamila's doing. That's her focus. My mom very frail. That's why we want to bring Mariah. We want to bring my mom back here. And it's sad to say, Omar. I want to say it's out of sight, out of mind. She won't think of it as much. If Mariah wants to be stubborn and stay there in Florida, she's going to have to muster it out herself. But
well, she needs.
I have to worry about my mom.
Exactly. She needs to put her priorities in order and understand that family comes before friends. You know what I mean? I was always brought up with the outlook of putting my family first before anybody, before anything. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, I had a call with her and the child net lady, Mariah, and she is telling me I need to owe her an apology, and I basically said I don't owe you anything. I asked what does Jamila need. I just sent her diapers. I do whatever I can, but I don't owe you an apology for speaking my mind.
Of course not.
So it's not a pretty situation. I really wish the best for all of you. And the sad part is Jamila is a beautiful, smart baby. She's gorgeous. She is just a beautiful baby, pleasant personality, and my daughter doesn't want her to be raised by me.
Well,
if I get Mariah, her own siblings would say that I favored Mariah, that Mariah was very spoiled, that I did whatever I could for Mariah. I did. Mariah had a lot of talent. And she was born to somebody that didn't have what she had. I gave her the world.
I believe it.
And she excelled. You can Google it.
You took Mariah when she was how old?
I adopted Mariah when she was less than 2 months.
2 months.
2 months.
So
yep.
you consider you're the mom, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Your original.
Absolutely.
Oh God.
Yes. Yes. All her life. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. My children went to a private school up until they were 5, and then they went to a public school, a very affluent public school. And all three of my children were adopted.
Oh, okay.
All three. My oldest, she has her master's in finance. Mariah has her bachelor's in she's magna cum laude. My son, he has his bachelor's of business also. And all three were adopted. And you know what I said to them? I don't care what your birth parents, what they did or where they were. My expectations were set. That's why I made my children achieve above that bar.
Thank you, Miss Nora. I appreciate it.
And how the other children deal with you?
How are they with me? They're fine. My other daughter has
They deal fine, better than Raya?
Mariah has always been fine. But until we feel she got brainwashed by Rashida.
Oh.
I was very close with Mariah. We have a very close relationship. We're very strong people. She'll say she got her strength from me. But right now she's very stubborn. Yes.
So you used to live in Florida or all the time in your place?
I'm in Pittsburgh, PA.
So all the time she lived over there. Who would make Mariah go to Florida?
No, Mariah chose to go to Florida. She had a full scholarship here in Erie, PA, $56,000 a year for 2 years.
Okay.
Then she decided she didn't want to play basketball up there. And I said, I'm not helping you. She says, well, I want to go to Florida. I said, I'm not helping you because I'm not going to contribute. I said, sit on the bench if you don't want to play and just get your education. So I said, I'm not helping you. She went to Florida. She did it on her own. And she walked back on and got a scholarship at Lynn University. And she had 2 more years to play. And so she got her degree at Lynn University. She worked hard. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. You can Google her name. She's in the stats at Lynn University. She's a smart kid. But I think when she got involved in the modeling,
something traumatic happened, and that's how she met Rashida, through Nora, Rashida's mom, and something happened, and Rashida said, "Oh, I can help you. I can do this. I can do that. I guarantee." And so, yeah, I don't have fond thoughts of Rashida, as you can tell.
Yeah, me neither.
No. So, Omar's father.
Nice to talking to you. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm just letting you know your son's not lying. He's not making it up. This is ridiculous that she gets away with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try to find a place for Omar, and even I told him if he can make a deal with Rashida for 1 more week, right, to stay until we find a place, because it's very hard to find a place within a few days. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I understand that.
Yes.
I wouldn't try to make a deal. I would tell her that you're going to my deal would be, if you don't let me stay here, I'm going to call the Better Business Bureau. That's what I would do, Omar.
Yeah, but the problem with that is, like, literally, for example, was it yesterday or the day before? I was sleeping. It was late night. Somebody starts knocking on the RV from the opposite side of where the neighbor is, where there's wood missing. And I go outside to see who the hell was knocking on the RV with my dad on the phone, and I smell the smell of like a homeless person who's drinking beer. And
oh my God.
Yeah. So then I couldn't find where they were because it was dark. And then, but 2 days before that, the same exact thing happened. And when I came outside to see who it was, I smelled a homeless person, but it smelled like they were drinking like strong liquor.
So she's got people wondering, but yet when we sent the cops over there, because we thought Mariah was going to go there, her neighbors called her and warned her that the cops were there. And she got irate because she knows she's running a scam.
Yeah. I literally walked over here by the masjid, and then I walked over here by FAU to use the Wi-Fi to sit here and try to find some places on Craigslist with my dad. The neighbor followed me over here and sat in the benches where the only place there is to get the Wi-Fi connection.
Wow.
Like, that's insane.
Omar, did you walk back to the place or no? The RV? No?
No, I'm still sitting outside here shaking.
Yeah, man, it's very cold. It's going to be dark within like 15 minutes. So you need to go back. You're going to be sick, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Is there anybody in the RV?
No, they're just, Nora's in there with her boyfriend. They're ripping up the floors and trying to put the new floors in. And she said that she wants me to go somewhere for 5 hours while they're doing that.
No. I would say to her, I've been out for 5 hours, so I get tomorrow plus 5 hours.
Right.
This is ridiculous. You need to speak up to Nora. Say, Nora, I know that your name is on the deed here. Do you want me to report you to the Better Business Bureau? What the hell? What's wrong, Omar? Why can't you say that to her?
Well, the thing, I mean, I am. I'm gonna. It's gonna get to that extent. The thing is, you know, I don't want to take it to that level while I'm there because, like I said, there's people harassing me while I'm there at nighttime, sleeping in the RV. You know, and then
Can you lock the door? Can you lock the door and ignore them?
Miss Nora, I lock the door, and I wake up in the middle of the night. Somebody unlocks the door, and the door's open. I had to. I swear to God.
Call the police. Call the police.
Miss Nora, I had to tie garbage bags to the door, and tie. I had to booby trap the door. I had to tie it to like laundry detergent bottles, and open the laundry detergent bottles, and just in case if somebody opens the door, the laundry detergent would spill all over the floor, and they stopped opening the door at nighttime after I locked it while I was sleeping. And then I knew that they were like looking through the windows and stuff to see what was going on while I was sleeping. So I put garbage bags all over the windows, and I blocked all the view from the outside in. And then Rashida the next day says, "Oh, you can't cover the windows like that." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
I would ignore her. Ignore her. But if somebody bothers you tonight, you need to say, I'm in an RV, such and such an address, and somebody is banging on the doors trying to break in. Bring the cops in. It's time.
Okay.
And let them come and see who's supposed to be there or not.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
And, you know, another thing too.
You're not doing anything wrong.
I'm not.
Bring the cops in. You paid to stay there. Call the cops. 911, Omar. Somebody's breaking into the RV where I've paid to be here. You're scared.
Right.
You're nervous. Tell them.
Right.
Send a cop over. That's what you need to do.
And another thing I wanted to bring to your attention, you know, she's got this like little preschool that's like adjacent to her gate of her house in the backyard. When they were doing the construction with the contractors there, and they asked me to help them, there was like, I guess the people that were like watching the children, they were sitting there singing songs with the kids out loud after I sat there and witnessed like them harassing me, the contractors and Rashida and all them harassing me, and they're singing songs talking about, screaming out loud, "We don't care what you think. We don't care what you're gonna do." And they're singing. They're having the kids sing along out loud while I was sitting outside the RV while they're doing the construction.
She's sick. She's sick. She's a sick person.
She really is, man.
Okay, ma'am, I have to go because someone is knocking at my door, so I want to see what this, okay? It's nice talking to you, okay?
Yes. I hope
will
they
call
can
you
help
within
your
1
son.
hour, Omar, okay?
Thank you, Miss Nora.
I hope that you can help your son. He needs help.
Yes, I will. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Omar, I'm still on.
Yes. I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow, and I'll keep you updated on the situation.
You need to call the cops. Report harassed.
I will.
Start harassing her. Start harassing her. Start harassing Nora. I'm telling you, it's bullshit.
I'll take care of it.
Yep. All right.
All right. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Okay, bye.
Bye.